If I had some more money, I'd be outside some cave paintings right now. I'd be telling you that cave paintings were one of man's oldest and earliest art forms, how they represent the human desire to prove and have pride, to pick a random spot on a rock and write your name and say, here was me, I existed. But I don't have more money, so I'm not there. Instead, I'm here, at the Brooklyn Army Bunker, where hundreds, if not thousands, have carried on the legacy of the ancient painters, where buildings shoot up in place of trees and concrete replaces rock, chalk and charcoal have been traded in for spray cans. As you walk through these bunkers, you'll notice a couple of motifs. Most people spray paint a pseudonym, a little message, or a funny little cartoon. They're saying the same thing fundamentally as the cave painters. Here was me. I existed. Y'all. It was at these bunkers that I first became aware of this little cat-lion thing, often captioned Ayo, or Love Yourself, or tagged with the pseudonym Guzman, or Guzman, or something. At first I didn't really think anything of it, and then I saw it again, and again, and again. Thousands of people, whether they've noticed it or not, have seen this tag as they walk through the city. As far as I can tell, Guzman and their lion are the most prominent tag in Wellington that is not solely a name, a drawing, or a message, but some combination of all three. Why are they doing this? What do they gain? I reckon the best way to find out is to speak with them directly. So we just need to find them. Should be easy, I reckon.
I've been following the graffiti artist for two and a bit years. When I first started seeing it, I was getting pretty homesick, and I was feeling a little bit sad. And I was like, oh, like there's so many people here, and like they're all very cool, and I was feeling a bit nervous. And I was like, okay, like, and it sounds kind of like cringy, and I always say it sounds kind of cringy, but I was like, oh, like, you know, whenever I see the tag, it's like a sign to like love myself. Obviously, I don't know what that guy's going through, but if I was to do that, it'd probably just give me the same like satisfaction as like, you know, doing a little sketch, drawing a little funny guy. Like, it looks nice, it makes people happy, or I mean, it's got to make him happy, I guess, because he keeps doing it, and so that's just why you do it. I think this one's definitely like, in terms of, I mean, you said this before, it's in so many little places, and it's in so many like nooks and crannies that I feel like this is probably the most fun. Like, it's, if you're looking for like a Where's Wally to look at throughout Wellington, I think a lot of people are, like the tag, and a lot of people are into it.
I'm someone who likes to photograph the city, and street art plays a big role in sort of the things that interest me about sort of urban culture. I moved to Wellington around 2005. At that point in time, there was a really vibrant street culture here, street art culture as well, so I found it really kind of invigorating. To me, graffiti is there for as long as it's there. It's not meant to be there in perpetuity. It's meant to be kind of transient. It's meant to kind of be covered over. It's meant to be a kind of start of a conversation, somebody else coming in and adding to that tag or adding to that graffiti or doing those sorts of things. So I'm not interested, there's nothing sacred in graffiti, in other words.
Armed with some information, we set out to establish a map of Guzman activity. Though he's prolific, we mostly found him in the Ardo Valley, Brooklyn, and CBD areas. So with no concrete leads, we used this approximate activity map to create a flyer campaign with my phone number on it to hopefully attract him. Now all we gotta do is wait for somebody to call. So it's been a week. It's looking like it's a no-go on the flyers, but it was while I was embarking on this fruitless flyer detour that I received a text. A possible suspect, or at least subject, someone who's got some information for me. So I just figured I should probably get a bit cleaned up.
I'm Namu. I do art and stuff. I briefly forayed into tagging for a little bit. I actually quit at the end of 2023 because I heard that people wanted to like jump me and whatnot. I like what's the word? Bedazzled some other dude's tag. And it was like this guy who would like, do you know that AO Love Yourself tag?
Oh yeah. This is So this is the focus of our documentary. We're looking for this man.
Oh really?
The guy who's making these tags.
Well, you might find this funny. I like like bedazzled one of his tags and like and then I think that's what got people like riled up about me. Like that I had like gone over one of his tags.
How did they figure out it was you that was doing the bedazzling at the same time, or they didn't know and it was
Oh no,
just...
because I chucked Namu.
Back to the Love Yourself guy. We're doing a documentary, trying to like find him and get an interview with him.
He was like,
Do you know?
I was maybe his op or something like that.
Yeah. Do you know much about him? Like,
I think his name's like Guzman or something. I don't know.
yeah, Guzman.
Guzman, yeah. But you'd probably have better luck talking to Blinker.
So Namu told us about Blinker, who told us about Glock MBCK, who told us about Wolf, who apparently knows Guzman. I was closer than ever. I finally had a direct link to my subject. And then I got left unseen forever. So might have lost the lead here a little bit, or maybe I lost it with the Flyers, I don't know. But the reality's hit. Guzman's not some mythic figure. He's not some secret to be kind of unraveled and revealed. He's a guy who seems to not really want to talk to me. And I'm not some investigator or whatever. If anything, I'm the caveman, scratching with my charcoal on a random rock. So, what do you think is the social role of graffiti and street art in Wellington?
Well, first of all, I see it as a little egoism. People sort of trying to insert themselves into a rather kind of faceless city, often kind of run by and dominated by corporate interests. So this is them sort of intervening into a space that is often sort of private, but available to sort of public scrutiny. So this is them sort of, as I said, kind of inserting themselves into the cityscape. Often in a kind of provocative way, sometimes a humorous way, sometimes a political way, sometimes in a very kind of creative, artistic way as well. Just leaving a trace, ultimately, just saying we were here.
But if I am the caveman, I might as well finish the painting. So here's the full mammoth, tusks and all. Here's what I wanted Guzman to tell me. Could you just introduce yourself quickly? Yes, I'm Guzman. I'm a graffiti kingpin in Wellington, and I know every word. Cool. And how long have you been tagging? Hundreds, thousands of years. So why do you tag? I like to have a conversation with people at different times of the day. And why the Love Yourself tag specifically? I mean, it's positive, like no one's gonna get mad at that. Helps me keep all my conversations positive. What's your most memorable sort of like tagging experience or like most memorable location you've tagged? I was doing I was on an overpass. I was hanging off some railings and I was doing a big ass one. And I fell and I just closed my eyes and the wind picked me back up and I landed again. Were you scared? Nah, I knew I wouldn't die. And I guess final question, what is the animal? Is it a cat or lion or hamster? Oh.